Hi everyone, I'm Kristin Wood. I am the owner of Styled by Kristin Wood, which is a personal styling business for busy women. Ooh, what inspired you to start Styled by Kristin Wood, and what problem were you hoping to solve for women? So definitely inspired because I feel like in your 20s you have so much time and energy to focus on whatever you want, and then you pursue your career, you pursue motherhood, and life just gets overwhelming, and not in a bad way, but style often takes a backseat for women. But women start to notice that they're maybe not feeling as great, in the morning when they're getting ready. They notice and they care. And so that's really what inspired me, is to just help women have an easier time and a more fun and enjoyable time in their closets, make getting dressed fun and just an easy decision in their day, and to help women just feel seen again. And I don't love using the word empowered, but it really is, like, it sounds cliche, but it really is like just feeling strong, being able to show up how they want to show up in their day. And so that's what inspired me. And so again, just going back to that busy woman who has so much going on, the problem that I'm solving is helping make it easier for them. So while I do need like some effort on their part, I definitely don't need as much effort as, if they were doing it on their own. So I am there as a support person, like their go-to person to help them through the process, because it can be overwhelming. And so I think a lot of women are benefiting from that partnership. What has been your proudest moment so far on this journey? My proudest moments are when I'm in person with my clients and they are trying on something new and they say to me, I never would have tried this. I can't believe I'm putting this on, but I love it. And I can just see it in their body language and hear it in their tone that they really mean it, and that it's, something where they've kept an open mind and they're really happy about it. And so I would say those are my proudest moments, because I know I'm making a difference for them. When you think about your clients, how could having a concierge stylist provide them with in-home hair services benefit them? So most of the women that I'm working with are busy working women, and a lot of them have flexible work at home schedules. So they're in their houses anyway, and I think that working with concierge would be a huge benefit to them. It would just save them so much time and take a lot of stress off their plate, because getting to the salon it's difficult. Even though it might just be an hour or two, it's just finding that little block where you can actually get there is tough. So having someone from concierge come into your home and work with you in between your meetings, I think is just such a convenient, luxurious experience that women are looking for and want. What makes Styled by Kristin Wood different from other similar businesses, and how do you think it's impacting your clients? Like I said before, it's really, every service is designed with the busy woman in mind, so that there's a blend and a balance between in-person time with me and time kind of behind the scenes where I'm working for you and you really aren't doing much of anything. And when you work with me, we use this great styling app that makes it easy for you to make decisions about like new purchases or looks I've styled for you, and also communicate back and forth with me. So you can be doing that when you're on the soccer field, when you're in between meetings. And so it's just really, everything is designed with that busy woman in mind. What's your secret to feeling put together on days when life feels chaotic? And what's your go-to hair look and outfit when you're on the move? So for me, it's definitely jeans and some sort of chic flat, whether it's like a street style sneaker or, like a ballet flat or a mule or something. I just feel more put together when I'm wearing something like that versus like leggings and, athletic trainers or something. But there are days when I do that too, just when I don't care as much, right? And for hair, I always have my hair down, and if there's way too many kinks in it, I definitely throw the baseball hat on. But otherwise, it's just kind of like air dried and down. You make the balancing act of motherhood and entrepreneurship look pretty flawless. Can you share your 3 favorite tips that help you achieve a greater balance? So one would definitely be taking help and asking for help when needed. I learned that very early on in motherhood, and I felt like I had to take everything on myself, but people in my She Squad did tell me that you really need to accept help. So I've gotten better with that over the 11 years I've had kids, and so that's 1. 2, plan ahead and go easy on yourself after that. So I try to plan ahead and then not harp too much on what I have coming up, just focus on the day of. And if things aren't going quite as planned, just let it go. And my 3rd tip would be just prioritizing things that are important to you, in your free time. So like at the end of the day for me, after I've been with the kids after school, I could sit and watch TV, but I've chosen to prioritize the business. And so if I have any work to get done at night, I'll sit there on my computer and, do shopping for clients and style looks and everything. And for me, that's like enjoyable time. It's decompression time, but it's also like rewarding and fulfilling. And so choosing that over something that's more passive and enjoyable, like watching TV or, playing games on my phone, I've just found that's been a really nice added bonus for nighttime. What does having a strong She Squad mean to you? How has it impacted your life or business? And what advice would you give to women looking to build that kind of support system? I have always had a strong support throughout like the different phases in my life. I've always been like proactive about seeking that out. And I think that would be my advice to other women is like, even if it's uncomfortable, we all need support, and it does take effort and proactiveness and vulnerability to find, people that you click with, people that you feel are going to be your support. And so I would just encourage you to, get out there and meet people. You just never know when you're going to click with somebody and when they could become a support to you, and, you could be a support to them. Ooh, if you could give your teenage self one piece of advice from everything you've learned as a mom and business owner, what would it be? Oh my goodness. You don't have to be perfect. You can mess up and make mistakes and it will be okay. It's actually, better that way, because then you can grow and just be more comfortable in your own skin. I think my whole teenage and 20s, I have been very focused on perfection, and becoming a mom has allowed me to just shift my perspective on that and just learn to love myself anyway, despite, imperfections. How has your family influenced or supported the growth of Style by Kristin Wood? Do they get involved in the business at all? Okay, so I have 4 boys, ages 11 and down, and they are super interested and supportive. They're just encouraging. They'll come over to me while I'm working at home on the computer and ask me questions. What are you doing, Mom? And so they're very interested and they think it's super cool. And the beauty of this business is it is so flexible on my side. So it's, while they're at school, I'm able to work and be with clients. And so it's not really interfering with their lives at all. It's more just kind of fun after school. If I'm working, before bedtime or whatever, they get very interested. So, and then my husband is a consultant. So he is my sounding board for anything marketing or strategy. And he's not really into fashion, but yeah, just from a business standpoint, he's been super helpful. What is the best piece of advice you have been given by someone in your She Squad? Oh my goodness. I would say just do your best, and nobody's perfect, and you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay.